It's another day and we're happy to say we're single and we're healthy and we love it that way. Our melanin is popping in the morning glow, and we're about to tell you how the story goes.
Oh, hell nah.
Man, it's freezing out here.
Okay, I be with my bestie. We got the fresh tea, so tune in every Tuesday. Don't be messy. Elevate your mind, don't let none get you down. Cause this is Hot Thoughts. We covered the higher ground.
People feel the way they feel about Geminis. So today's episode should be very exciting because we are in Gemini season, ladies and gentlemen. And I am so excited. Tonysha, I believe you're excited.
I'm definitely excited. Okay.
I mean, we're both Geminis, if you guys haven't guessed. If you guys are not listeners of the podcast, you would not know. But if you are a listener, if you've at least listened to one episode, we have probably brought up the fact that we are Geminis. Okay?
Yep.
I mean, just go to our Instagram page, click on a couple vids. I'm sure we pulled a clip or two of us talking about how Gemini we are. But oh, so different, right? Like Geminis are such complex signs, and with such big personalities. So we're going to get into it. This podcast is all about Gemini.
Gemini.
It's Gemini season, ladies and gentlemen. So strap in. Seriously, strap in. Don't be scared, because I hear a lot of you are scared of Geminis, and that's why we're here to talk about it today, because we want to break down those stereotypes, those nasty, nasty stereotypes that you guys have of us, right? Because we know that they're out there, and we're going to give you guys the positive light and why everyone needs a Gemini in their life. So listen in.
Yes, it's so funny because I was talking to somebody and I was like, my birthday's coming up. I was excited. And they said, oh, you're a Gemini? And I said, yes. And they said, oh. I was like, hold up. Don't give me all that negativity, okay? Like,
They're scared.
they were scared. I'm like, I just feel like people, look, we're wonderful. You know, not to
tell us, T. Tell us.
We're wonderful. We're definitely wonderful. I feel like all like the two-faced things that they say and stuff like that. I'm like, dog, that ain't true. Because honestly, a Gemini is loyal as hell.
Well, let's back a little bit, Tonysha. Let's give the people a little insight to what actually makes a Gemini. So to start from, I guess, phase one of being a Gemini is you have to be born between the dates of May 21st and June 20th. Okay? Now, if you meet that criteria, you are already on our side. Okay?
Yeah.
And we like you. Yes. Gemini is an air sign. So with being an air sign, we are very, how do we say, adaptable to change, right? Unlike some earth signs like Taurus or what is that? I don't even know you other earth signs. Virgo, you know, you guys are very, right? Like, how would I say, not as adaptable as we are. Not saying that you are not. It's just you do not like change as quickly as a Gemini does. Gemini doesn't care. We like need rapid change. We kind of like, I know I do, like just speak personally and not like just in general. I know I do. Like I like change. I don't mind it. I can literally adapt to my environment depending on, especially if I'm comfortable, you know, and even if I'm uncomfortable, I will pretend like I'm comfortable for the moment. What about you, T?
No, I'm the same way. Like change never scared me. And that's why working on the road worked for me, because shit is constantly changing. So yeah, I definitely agree with that. Like things, if we're, I like spontaneous things. So if someone comes to me and like, yo, let's go, or let's do this, I'm typically down. Like, oh,
Right.
okay. If it sounds fun, I'm with it. So yeah, and you have other signs like Virgo, my cousin, we're really close, and she's a Virgo, and she does not. If it's not part of the itinerary, she gets a little freaked out about it. She's like, well, wait, that wasn't planned. And I'm like, so what? So,
Right.
yeah,
So
right?
what?
I'm
Let's
like,
go
so
with the
what?
flow.
Let's do it.
No, that's true. We definitely like to go with the flow, way more. Um, by the way, if you guys are thinking about getting either one of us gifts, you totally can. My birthday's coming up very soon, which is in 2 days. It's May 27th. So while you're listening to this and you're feeling froggy, you can definitely send me a cash app if you're into it. You guys can cash app High Thoughts. That's High Thoughts Podcast, at High Thoughts Podcast. Show your girl some support. We'll put the tag right here on YouTube for the YouTube people. And then Tanisha's birthday is shortly after mine. It falls on June 5th. Okay,
Yeah.
she's a June baby. I like to kind of look at us as, how do I like to say, like the Biggie and the Tupac a little bit, or like the Andre and the Kanye, like that's how I kind of like to look at us. And sometimes we can wear reverse hats, just depending. But I say that because Biggie was born in May, right? Andre 3000 was born in May. I believe he was born on May 27th as well, just like me, legends only. And then Tonysha, being a June baby, like Kanye, like Tupac, I know you guys don't know her like that, and you're getting to know her. But don't let the sweet and calm air fool you, okay? I've seen Tanisha take it from 0 to 100 real quick. So, but we definitely like to show professional air here on High Thoughts Podcast, okay? So tune in every week. Yes.
Period. I like that though. I like that.
So yeah, let's get into these topics though, for sure, T. Let's go.
That's funny. So do you think that May Geminis and June Geminis act different?
I think so. I think even people feel that way about us. Um, I do. But I think that's just also a personal thing. I think people are just different in general. Like, I don't think all Geminis are the same. I have friends who I don't understand anything they have going on, but we are the same sign. And that's cool. Like, what I'm saying? And they probably feel the same way about me. Like, I think Geminis have this type of mysterious quality about ourselves because we're constantly exploring and curious about the world. We're constantly changing our fucking minds. Like,
we could be so indecisive, yo. That is
definitely.
Yeah, that's true. And I know that can be a little annoying to someone who doesn't know how to like deal with it. You'll be like, yo, what's your decision? I'm like, well, I don't know. Like planning your birthday plans. We've been like, okay, are we gonna do this? Are we gonna do this? What are we gonna do?
Exactly. I think that's very much like how we are when we're dating. Like, I think a Gemini, when we date, we're very like, we're childlike. I know that sounds kind of weird, like, or childish, but it's not. It's kind of like we like to keep it, how do we say, light, right? Like, we like to keep it lighthearted. We like to flirt. We like to be bubbly. We like to keep it fun. We like to make bold statements to see like where you're at, and that's kind of how we flirt a little bit too. I don't know. Would you agree?
No, I definitely agree. Because I know, like you said, the boldness may be different between us, but hell yeah. Because I know some shit, I'm like, Leah, you said that. And then you look at me and be like, Tanisha, I can't believe you just did that.
Yeah, for sure. I know I like to test the waters a little bit. I like to see where a person's head's at. Especially when I'm trying to discover if I like them. I'm trying to figure it out. I'm like, do I like you, or am I just like think you're cute? I don't know. Those are two different things.
No, definitely. Well, they say that we are, we're the communicators of all the signs. We are the great communicators.
Yes.
I agree with that, because I feel like as I've gotten older, I've gotten better with communicating, and not being so afraid to do it.
Right.
And I feel like you have too. Like, it's something that Geminis identify with. Like, yo, I want to be better at expressing myself, and also allowing people to feel comfortable expressing themselves to me.
No, 100%. I feel like I'm always seeking that. Like, how can I explain to you better? Like, that's me. Like, I think I even sometimes it affects me in friendships, and sometimes it affects me even in business, because I think sometimes I'm trying to express something and I'm very passionate, and people can take it in a different way that I'm not meaning to come off. So yeah, sometimes it works out, sometimes it doesn't. And, I've learned to just deal with situations differently, or just kind of take a step back. And also learn to walk away, from things that just don't work for me in general. Like, okay, you just don't get my personality. I'm going to walk away because it's too much for me to keep explaining myself. So yeah, something I just noticed, if you guys are watching on YouTube, we are wearing, Tonysha especially, one of Gemini's colors. Every sign has the color that works for them. And it's right, like yellows, blues. Maybe that's why our favorite color is blue. But you're wearing yellow. I'm wearing an in-between color between orange and yellow. So it's like kind of our color. Um, so yeah, I thought that was really funny. We're like that you're wearing our hue. I know. See, we're doing a podcast about Geminis, and it was just in your Gemini-isms that you wore yellow.
Yeah, so. I love it. No, I didn't even know that.
Yes, it's called like one of our wowing colors. It's how you wow people. Like, you probably look best in yellow. You know what I mean? Like, you could throw it on and it just like works. I don't know. It's just something they say.
No, and listen, it's probably true, because I definitely feel like a Gemini when we walk into a room, we typically turn on whatever that is we're trying to give, and people can identify with it. They can see it, they feel it. They're like, oh, I want to talk to her, or she seems like a cool person. Like, we definitely know how to turn it on, and that goes for a lot of the different celebrities who are
you saying that we're giving what we're supposed to give?
Yeah, I think we give what we're supposed to give. Definitely. I think we're intentional about how we want to be perceived in settings. Now, when we're comfortable with our family, that's different. But yeah, when we're out and mingling and all of that, yeah, I think we're very intentional and strategic about the vibe we're trying to set right now.
Okay. I would agree. Yeah. I would agree. So, like you said, when it comes to communication, Geminis are on point most of the time. Like I said, once we grow into our emotional development of our communication, we definitely know how to own it. I guess, how would you feel like your approach, this is just for you, Tonysha, how would you feel like your approach in communicating in business translates as a Gemini?
I think so. I mean, for what people tell me, they say I come off extremely calm and chill and laid back. So when I'm setting myself up to go into situations, I know that I try to make sure that I'm listening and I'm paying attention, and I want to absorb everything that's going on so that when I speak, I know what I am saying.
Mm-hmm.
So that's kind of how I move in business, and I think I don't know if I move like that in friendships or in relationships, but definitely in business, I try to sit there and think and okay, all right, this is what's happening. Very observant. And I am someone who how do I want to handle this? That's my question. And that's where the overthinking comes in. How do I want to handle this? Do I want to handle it like I'm about to check you right now? Or do I want to see, okay, let me handle it like this and see where it goes. So I know that's kind of how I deal with things. And also being in business with you, my persona doesn't have to, I feel it doesn't have to be, I can kind of play that role because I feel like our energy matches well. But you tell me, how do you feel about that? As far as yourself in business?
I think in business more so I'm creative. Like a lot of people look at me and they think, oh, you'll use the term bulldog. I particularly don't like that, but people are going to describe you how they want to describe you. Me, I like to think of it as I am aggressively creative, right? Like I get aggressive when especially when an idea is mine, I like to take ownership of that business, right? I don't like all the business things, but I love the aspect of business. But more so is I like to be creative. And people take that as me being this leader, I guess, because I can come up with things. And that's where sometimes I have had to learn to step up to the plate, and be more of like, okay, cool. Like, you know what I mean? Like it's very hard to explain. I feel like I didn't explain that right. I might have to cut this out. But I have noticed that just throughout my life, and yes, again, I do not mind stepping into any leadership role, but it's more so because I want to be like the creative, like a chief creator type thing, right? That's really where all the aggression and passion comes from, is because I like to create with other people who create. And then they look to me because I have I think, a strong sense of creativity. It comes off as a strong sense of leadership, I think.
Right.
I don't know. But yeah, that's just been my past and present situations where, I'll just come up with an idea and then it's just like, okay, everything's on you now. And you're like, okay, sounds great. You know what I mean? When really I'm doing it because I want to build something, so, that's just how it goes.
Right.
So, let's get into what are some of the worst signs for a Gemini to date, because I need to throw a couple forewarnings out there from my younger sisters out there and maybe brothers. Listen, watch out for some of these people that we are about to list right now, okay?
Listen, who going first? Because
we're gonna let you go. We're gonna let you go. Tonysha is gonna list her top 3 signs to stay the fuck away from if you're a Gemini.
okay. First of all, Geminis dating Geminis, great sex, horrible communication because we're communicating everything, and it's like, oh my goodness, it's like I feel this way, but I feel this way. Oh my God, it's just too much feelings.
I think it's also when Geminis date Geminis, we tend to give up. We'll be like, oh, fuck it. We'll hit you with that fuck it real quick and be like, well, I don't gotta talk to you because I was not talking to you last week. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, it could be that way, but the men are different. I find the men to just be the ones I've experienced. They're on it, meaning like they're going to keep chasing and they don't mind an argument. They don't mind being combative and going back and forth, and that is frustrating for me. So every Gemini guy that I've dealt with, or even Gemini males that I've been friends with, like it's always some type of argument. And I'm like, God, do we have to argue about everything? And
Gotcha.
yeah, it's too much. And then Aquarius, I think Aquarian men are just, the ones I've had are strange.
Even though they're an air sign. So basically, the two air signs you say no to. You're like, don't date them, Gems.
Yes. If it were up to no.
Well, we have one more. What's the last sign that you would tell a Gemini to be weary of? Maybe not date, but just be
Not
like
date.
mindful, you know.
Let me go through. Well, let me tell you.
Okay.
Taurus men
Okay.
are a bit. The affection and the sweetness I love, but the extra sensitivity is hard to cater to.
Gotcha.
It's like now I have to suppress my feelings or how I say things to make you feel completely comfortable. And yeah, that Taurus and Gemini energy, I think that we can be a bit much for them.
I could understand that. Yeah. I think we could be a little blunt for them, like a little too, and also a little crass, like a little like, ooh, we probably shouldn't have said that, because we will just kind of say what is at top of mind. And a Taurus is a little bit more thoughtful in that, like they'll kind of hold it back a little more. So yeah, it's probably us in that situation. But hey, you live and you learn and then you move on. So
That's all you can do.
yes. So I guess I'll knock off my top three.
Give them to me.
So mine are a little different from yours, just a tad bit. But I'm gonna kind of go with the water signs. Okay, probably all of them except for Scorpio. I haven't really talked to a Scorpio like that, so I can't really. I've only had female friends who are Scorpios, and I wouldn't want to get on their bad side, but they don't. Yeah, I've never dated a man Scorpio, so I don't know. So I'm gonna go Cancer and Pisces, and I'm going after both at the same time because I feel like they can be very similar in how they are. I have dated many of these signs. Okay. I do kind of know why, guys. For all of you who are really deep into astrology, you know your moon sign. My moon sign is in Pisces. I know. It means I take things a little bit more heart to heart than I would like to admit. I'm a little bit sensitive at times, and I do go with my emotions a lot. And it sways my decisions 100%. So, with that being said, when I connect with a Pisces and when I connect with a Cancer, there is a lot of we can communicate very easily. Like they love me immediately. Like they want to take me home to their mother. Like it's an emotional connection that like they don't understand because it hits them so hard. And also because like I'm not like them, but I understand them. And that's what it is. Like I'm not like them. I'll say what, like, you know what I'm saying? It's very interesting, but I definitely understand their emotional side, and I'm sensitive to it. That's what it is. I think I'm more sensitive to it. And I think that's why they tend to open up to me, or they tend to come around me. They swim aroam me all the time. Let me tell you, these fucking Pisces.
Girl, they do. I feel like you're a Pisces magnet.
I am. They just come
it's
to
so
me, guys.
Weird.
It is so weird, guys. Let me tell you guys. In the last like 7 years, I've had so many Pisces in my life. And it's really annoying. And I've tried to kick them all out. Let me tell you, I've kicked most of them out of there. I've had to kick them out, y'all. Let me tell you. But no, they're sweet people. They can be. They're
they
also
can be spiteful too, though.
Of course they can. But you know why? It's because, especially if you become sexual with them, because Pisces are very, 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 they're like nymphos. Like they're nymphomania. It's literally crazy.
You need to get me one.
You need to get one. Yeah, girl, you might want to try it out. I'm trying to tell you, might show you something new about your love side, you know. Yeah, I would say that they're like freakies. They're freaky links. Okay, they ain't sneaky link. They sneaky link too. Okay, actually, they both. They freaky links and sneaky links. Them Pisces, gotta watch out for them. Okay. And then my third sign that I would probably stay away from would be Aquarius. That is the one I will agree with you on. Aquarius men are just confusing,
Yes.
like most men, but they're a little bit more because they love everything and everybody, even though they love no one at the same time. Like,
Listen, when it's time to really dig into the love, then all of a sudden, nothing.
it's because they love too many people, like literally, like it's because they're giving their attention and everything to everyone. So then it just becomes not special. And one thing about me, and I don't know, maybe it's the Gemini thing in general, but I don't know, I can only speak for myself when I say I need to feel special. I need to feel like when I'm around, I'm number one. I don't care if you got two, three, and four. I mean, I do care, but what I'm saying is, I don't care if you have other things in your life that are priority, like work, your kids, whatever. When I'm around, number one, number one. That's how I feel. Um, so yeah, that's all that I have to say about those damn Aquarius. But yeah, we
Totally.
can move on.
I totally agree. But girl, them Pisces, I'm like, man, I've never dated one. I feel like I've never even been approached by a Pisces. But I'm like, Leah, you make it
Mm.
sound a little juicy.
You said I'd make it sound. Listen, girl, they crazy. Don't get too excited. They crazy. They're emotionally crazy. Like
Yes.
you know what I'm saying? It's the emotional part. They're only good for a good 6 months. Like, let me
You
stop.
send them out like, nah, I can't. Like you said, you kick them out your house, baby.
I go to their house, preferably. Yeah. But no.
Too
No.
funny.
I don't know. I'm really kidding, guys. I've been in a relationship with a Pisces longer than 6 months, but I was young and dumb though. That's why. Let me stop. Let me stop. We have to cut all this out the podcast.
No, that's so funny. Um, so what do you think is like dating yourself? Like, do you think it's adventurous, fun, hard, difficult?
It's probably a little bit in the middle, right? It's probably a little bit complex at times because sometimes I'm not forthright. Like, I won't tell you exactly what I'm doing sometimes. And I don't know why. I won't literally be doing anything. And I just maybe don't want to see you. Like, I get in these moods where I get very moody, and that's definitely a Gemini thing. I get sassy, moody, and nasty sometimes. So I just don't want to see you. And it's not that I don't like you. Like, I can like you so much. I just need like a little space. Like, I might just be in a mood where I'm like, yo, I just need to be alone. And people don't, for me personally, because I'm typically bubbly or I'm typically like in a good mood or I want to mingle, people tend to think that I'm sad or I'm mad at them. And I'm not. I just don't want to be around you at the moment, or I just want to be alone. It's not about you,
Yep.
truly. And I know I've had friends that felt that way. And if you're listening, it's not you, it's me. I promise.
100% agree. Although you love to be around me.
Sometimes, but yes.
You love to be around me. And Leah like that sister. Leah like, T, what you doing? Well, let's do this together. Are we doing? I'll be like, okay, Lee.
Yes. And then I get annoyed and I don't want to talk to her for a couple hours if she doesn't answer my phone call. So it'd be like that sometimes.
You realize my sister at this point. I'm like, yo, Leah ass, but definitely got that bond, Gemini bond for sure.
What about yourself? What do you think it's like dating Tonysha?
Um,
You're probably annoying.
you think so? You know what? Look, I'm moody. I like I said, with age, I'm learning so much about myself. So the moodiness, and the indecisiveness, right? So the being dismissive, but I want you to come over here and be all in my face. That's me. Like, just because I told you, you getting on my nerves, okay, that don't mean that you can act like don't go away, come back. But I have a hard time. I know it's like fuck it, I was just all over the place. And because yeah, I think I can be difficult. I think I can be difficult because I have even if I want to call you so bad, even if I like you so bad, the willpower, and I know you got the same shit, the willpower of I'm not gonna call. Nope, I'm never gonna. I'll keep saying that to myself until weeks and weeks have went by, and it's like, okay, well, he's out of my life. I've literally cleansed myself of missing him, liking him, and all that. And I don't know if that's bad because then you reflect on things and sometimes you're like, well, damn, should I have called? Or damn, you just reflect on like how you may have handled something. So I think that I can be hard to read because I can get like a little nasty or a little like and they like this bitch mean business. So I ain't calling her. She told me don't call. She told me don't, or she's giving me energy that shows that she doesn't like me. So why would I try? But if only you knew, I want you to try. Try harder, baby.
Yeah. I have to ask you, when you are dating someone and you guys are maybe at each other's house or just on a dinner date, or just out shopping, are you a touchy feely person? Like, do you hold hands? Do you rub backs? Do you rub legs? Like, what are you? What kind of lover are you, Tonysha, when you are out in public with someone that you're dating?
Um, I'm typically not into it, but what I've noticed is I don't get men who are affectionate.
And
So
what does that mean? So, like, you guys aren't. So, if you guys are at dinner, you don't happen to rub his back, or he doesn't rub yours, or like, there's nothing like that.
yeah, like I probably nah, probably not. Nah. Look,
Okay.
but you know, like in the car, like we're in the car, we driving. I'm gonna rub your back. I want to hold your hand. But I do find when I'm around people, when we're in public settings, uh, I'm typically not the one to address it. But I think that sometimes guys think that I don't like it, and it's not that. Like if you touch me, I'll touch you. But I'm not the initiator of that, especially at first. At first
Okay.
that I'm kind of reserved with it. I'm reserved for a lot of selfish reasons too. I'm reserved because I'm thinking, who the hell is around gonna see me? Like you ain't my boyfriend yet, so I can't be all up on you, boo, because I don't know who's in the room. I
You don't
know
know nobody in the city, and you over here talking about some who is here.
who here.
That's
And
funny.
I don't know. Like I just think like I'm even like that. Like because once I'm with you, then yes, then I want to touch and kiss and hug and rub and laugh and like
Well,
yeah,
that's
I'm
what I
in.
was asking. That's what I'm asking. Like, if you are dating someone and you guys are at dinner, is that how you are in public?
Oh yeah, I'll be affectionate. I'll be affectionate. But like I said, I'm still not super no. Like no. You
Okay, so
see
then your
my
answer is no. Okay. I
yeah.
don't know. I've never seen I don't I don't watch you. You know what I'm saying? Like, and also I've been around you and your partner, and it's not like you guys are overly affectionate. So I guess I don't ever notice it. I know me personally, uh, I'm very touchy feely. Even if this, let me tell you, it might be the first date, and if I'm catching a vibe, I'm going to rub you. Like I need to touch something. I know that sounds crazy,
No, you
but
don't.
it's just me. And so maybe that could be my Pisces energy. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't like when other people touch me. If I don't know you,
Right.
or like, if I'm out in public, I don't like when people like rub against. I don't like that, to be honest. But if I'm okay to date, or and I like you and I'm giving you the vibes, I'm giving you the vibes that you can give me, that you can bring it back. You feel what I'm trying to say? So I will rub your back. I will like just grab your knee, or like, you know what I mean? I'm like a man probably. I just be gripping and grabbing. I might grab your ass. I might just see what you into. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm very touchy feely. I don't mind being affectionate. Like, I'll probably make out with you in
It's in
public.
public. Okay, I was gonna say this in public.
All this is in public. Yes, 100%.
Okay. Like I said, I might do
Because
this in the car.
no,
But I don't know.
yeah, in the car too, you could definitely get it in. You know what I'm trying to say? But I'm just saying, like, in public, I am like, I don't know, I like to show this, like, I don't need to be making out with you, but like, I'm just saying, I could. If you're my man, if we're like together, yeah, you could. If you gripping my ass, I'm about to be gripping your back. I'm about to be grabbing you, like, grabbing these arms. Like, I love arms. So, just throwing out all the things I like. Um, but yeah, so I'm very affectionate, which is why I'm very selective with who I kind of am dealing with, because I know I give a lot. Like, you know what I'm trying to say? And it typically translates into something more. But also, I date guys who typically give me a lot. The first day I'm with them, they give me that type of affection. Like, but again, I don't know if it's just naturally in my eyes or naturally like within my flirting ways, that is why I'm getting that type of, because I will publicly show like I'm into you.
Right.
If I
Yeah.
want you to know, yeah, I'm definitely into you. Um, yeah, and like I said, to me, flirting is so harmless. Like
Of course.
I love, like, especially being while I'm single, I do not mind flirting a little extra. Like I will what let that stranger be cute. Okay? I'll be like, hey, what's up? This is a
It,
body.
so that's funny though. When it's a stranger and I'm flirting, I will touch that stranger. That's
Mm-hmm.
I will definitely if I think you're attractive,
Yep.
I look like I want it. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm gonna touch you. I'm gonna touch your face. I'm gonna touch your arm. I'm gonna touch something
You
because you
do
want
touch people's faces. You do. Because I
to.
was dating a guy one time, and Tonysha walked up to him and was like, "You're so cute," and went like this too to him. And I was like, "See, that's weird,"
Yeah,
but
I'm
I
like,
didn't say nothing.
Lord have mercy. Yeah, I touch your face. You're like, oh, you're so cute. Okay, all right.
I'm like, Tanisha, we're all grown here. We are not 10. Can't do that anymore. That's a fuck sign. That's like, I think your friend wants to fuck me. A sign.
And I hope he did not think that. Jesus Christ.
I don't know. I don't know what he thought. I doubt he thought that. But I'm just saying, like, that is a universal sign, like, that I'm into you by touching someone. So, like, that's why I do it. Right.
Right. Yeah,
So,
no, right. It could be interpreted differently, but I know exactly what you're saying. Because that's what I just
yeah.
talked about this baby thing. Like when you and I were talking about, I call everybody baby. I'm gonna call a man baby.
Hmm.
And someone said, yeah, if you say baby, like that means you're taking it to the next level. And I'm like, well, what level is baby taking our situationship to?
Wow.
I just thought that was just weird and like, yo, that's how you talk to people, especially if we're involved and we're, touching and feeling and rubbing up on each other like, yo, you babe right now.
Yeah. 100%. 100%. We're giving away all of our things, because I'm definitely hitting you with a babe,
Yeah,
babe. Boo.
definitely. How do you feel about like loyalty?
Loyalty's first. Loyalty, respect. I mean, I think love comes, right? Like, you can meet somebody and be like, man, I love their personality. So love is such a flighty thing. It comes and goes. But I think loyalty is so big for me, because I'm gonna give loyalty, and I'm that way even with friends. Like, I'm very particular. Like, uh I'm just like, I'm gonna be loyal to you. Like, we're good. Just don't do no funny shit, or I'm backing the fuck up, because I've been burnt so many times by friends and things. I'm very particular about that. Like, I'm like, oh, you acting funny, I gotta go. Like, I'm just not into funny acting things. So, and that's even with men. So yeah, loyalty's huge for me. Like, love is gonna come. You could tell me so much, but I need to see that you're loyal. So that's how I get down.
Definitely. And you'll get that from what I've seen from Geminis, you'll get that from a Gemini. We are so uh protective of people we love. Like if
Hmm.
friend, like you said, friend, man, cousin, mama, whatever, if we love you and we've committed a relationship to you as, this
You're my life.
you're in my life. Yeah. Loyalty is so important.
It's like top of the pole.
Top. It literally really is, like you said.
Really is.
Because that right there would have me thinking, even if I get into an argument with you, that's always gonna be like, yo, but they're loyal to me and they fuck with me. And yeah, we had a disagreement, but that's my dog. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's beyond petty shit. And I totally agree with that. Yeah, right.
No, it is, because it happens, right? Like you can get mad at somebody. Like I'm sure you get mad at me. Like sometimes I get frustrated with you. Like I don't ever really get mad at you. I can get frustrated with you. Yeah, but I can get frustrated with you. Like I can be like, oh my gosh, she's not getting it. Like, you know what I mean? Because we'll get in our little arguments or whatever about just things that the other isn't understanding. So that's totally normal. But yeah, no, loyalty so real. It was this thing that 21 Savage said one time, and he was like, I'd rather have loyalty over love, because you could be in love with me and want to kill me. He was like, but if you loyal to me, you'll never harm me. And I was like, oh, I like that, because I feel that. Like, I think that's a real message.
No, it is. And I think that's where unconditional love comes in. If you're loyal to someone and you stand by that loyalty, I feel like then the love is unconditional, because you're always going to look out no matter what. And that's just a thing, even in friendships. And with all this, let's get into some gossip that's on the street. Like let's get into what's going on in the streets.
Let's talk about it.
Porsha from Atlanta Housewives is dating, on the show they introduced the girl and her husband as Porsha's friends, and now Porsha is with the guy. And for me, I'm like, okay, I know in these reality shows, sometimes they put people together to make you think, to introduce a character. But at the same time, you've been hanging out at this woman's house. You've been around her husband. Her husband knows your ex-fiance and the father of your child. And I was like, that's shiesty. Like, it's kind of hard not to say it's not shiesty.
Yeah. I think, I remember I was listening to something about that when it was on, and even the girl, her name was Fallon. So it's Porsha Williams and this young woman named Fallon. I don't know Fallon's last name. I feel bad, but like her name is pretty enough. And Fallon said that we met through our men, right? Like she met through her husband. Their men were friends, right? So what I think about it, yes, it may seem like it kind of goes against girl code, but it doesn't sound like they were friends. One, right? It's more so she went against her ex-boyfriend, her ex-fiance, right? And that's a big betrayal too, right? Like, it's like, I'm doing business with this man. I met him on business, and now my ex-fiance is banging him and engaged.
Everywhere. I think that it's the humiliation of it all.
That was gonna say, I think it's everywhere. I don't know if the woman seems upset, because I think they were divorced already, right? Like, apparently they were already having issues.
Right.
So Porsha wasn't the cause of their divorce, but I guess it looks bad because this girl came on. If this girl never came on Atlanta Housewives and she was just divorcing this man, no one would ever know Porsha. But because you guys welcome them on Atlanta Housewives, it looks like it's a storyline now. Yep. So, but Porsha is what again? A Cancer?
She's a Cancer.
So what did I say about Cancer and Pisces earlier?
What did you say?
I don't know. I might just leave it there and let you guys do your own research. But yeah,
that's so funny. She said,
well, they don't care. Like I've dated Cancer and Pisces, and one thing I even say about Cancer, like, if they want to get it in, they're going to get it in. They don't care what you're thinking. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, their feelings are out the door when it comes to that. They're like, this is how I feel. This is what I want, and I'm getting it. Unlike somebody like us, like Geminis, I'm thinking too hard about that. Like, I'm like, nah, shorty knows you, or you used to mess with her. I used to actually sit over her house and eat, all her chocolate and her tequila. Like, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, I'm probably not going, I can't do this with you, but
Yeah, I know it's a no for me. And once you've been over someone's home and you've mingled with with two people as a couple, I feel like it's just, you just don't do it. But
okay. I have a question. So you went over someone's house. You met this girl.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see how far girl code goes. Let's say you met this girl at a bar and you and this girl were having a fucking good ass fucking time, right? You met, you're like, let's exchange numbers, let's have wine. You find out you guys live in the same neighborhood. You guys are in the same neighborhood. Now, this girl invites you to her house. You come over to her house, you open the door, and you realize that her man, who is her husband, you fucked him before. You fucked him. And it was more than just a one night stand. This was somebody that you were involved with for maybe 6 months to a year or whatever, right? You walk in the house because she asked you to come to her house with no premeditation or anything. What do you do? What do you do?
Me personally,
because again, this is girl code, like, because we don't know the extent of Porsha and her relationship. Based off what that girl did, the girl did an interview prior to the Porsha thing, a month or so before. She didn't say anything about disliking her. She said, I think she's a good person and straight to the point, right? She said, we met through our husbands. Right? Doesn't sound like they're friends. Sounds like they are cordial to each other because of a business relationship through their men. So with you now, not you just met this girl, but you fucked her man. She doesn't know. What do you do?
And okay, so let me ask you well, let me say two things.
I told you the whole scenario.
I think the Porsha situation is still wild to me because
it is trifling. Listen, I get it. It is trifling, but not just to the woman. I don't think.
No.
I don't think. To me, I don't think it's a full extent. I don't think it's a full breakage of girl code because I don't know their relationship. You feel me?
Right. It's just more of a why. But
$40 million will give you a big why, honey. Let me tell you, give you a big answer.
It'll give you a big ass why, right? Let me tell you why. You seen that bank account? No, but in this situation, let me ask you: this guy, this husband, was he someone that was dealing with while they were married? Like, was he acting as a single man and I met him? Or was this prior to marriage?
This was prior. You didn't know. Maybe you dated him 5 years ago and you guys dated for 6 months to a year. So it's somebody you remember.
Okay. Damn, that's a hard situation. But I would probably go in the house because shit, I'm here and she knows I'm here. But I don't think I could be her friend.
So, but you wouldn't tell her?
I wouldn't tell her because I don't think it matters. He didn't violate her in any way. I didn't violate her in any way. So I think it would just be best to cut ties just because it just makes things awkward.
Okay.
So that's how I would handle it. But no, I wouldn't go back there and be like, girl, I used to, I got to tell you something. Me and your husband used to, I don't, because what that causes is an insecurity in her mind or makes her feel like, I don't know. It just starts bringing up thoughts in people's minds that don't exist.
What if that was a coworker and you couldn't walk away from that person and you knew her boyfriend because you used to sleep with him? What do you do if that's a coworker?
We're not going to hang out. We're just going to be coworkers.
You are just going to have to talk. But she now knows because it kind of came out. It came out that you used to date her boyfriend.
Well, and then from there, the ball's in her court on how she wants to deal with that. If she wants to continue to befriend me and be kind, that's fine. And if she doesn't, I would understand. Like, I would totally understand. Like, I get it. It's not even about being jealous. It's just about awkward as fuck.
Yeah, for sure.
What about you?
Yeah, probably the same situation. I know me, I'm not one to like incite drama or to bring any unnecessary conversations into my lap. Like, I don't like to have unnecessary conversations. Like, I rather just be like, let me just keep it to myself. Yeah, especially if the person isn't my friend. Like I said, it really depends. Like, I use the word friendship very strongly because there's people I consider friends and there are people who I consider acquaintances. So I'm not going to be mad if you dated someone I dated because
Right.
I'm going to be like, well, shit, it's a small world then. Like, you know, that's just how I'm going to consider it, you know. But if you're my friend, if we've like spent time together, a considerable amount of time, and we like spend money together, you know, in a sense of dinners or whatever, then yeah, I'm definitely going to be offended as fuck. 100%.
Definitely. But you want to know something funny? Like, I'm imagining Leah going to the girl's house and knocking, and then the man opens the door, and I'm like, what the fuck?
I'd be like, I was like, yeah, what are you doing here? I think I'm at the wrong house. I'm looking for Lisa. You date Lisa?
You're Lisa's husband? Oh, hell no. I'm like, does she know I'm here? Because I'm about to leave.
Right. Tell Lisa, listen, it was nice meeting her at the bar last night. I think she's wonderful and a beautiful person, but we can't take this friendship any further unless you guys divorce. Let me stop.
Girl, because who knows? Like, that's a wild ass situation. And that's
Yeah.
it's
And you just don't want to, what?
I said, that's some movie shit.
Yeah, but it happens all the time, right? Like, you know, you're in a city and you, especially if you have been born and raised in a city, I'm sure you've run into your ex with somebody, you know? That's
Right.
always like something I don't want to do. Like, I've run into my exes, but I've never run into them with someone I'm with, which I wouldn't care, right? But I've never run into them with someone that they're with either. So
Mhm.
I don't know.
Like, that's a blast from the past, and ain't no need to acknowledge.
Well, typically when I see my exes, I don't want to speak. So unless they come up to me, I'm not speaking.
Okay.
I'm not going out of my way. No. Because I don't
Right.
want to acknowledge it. Because one thing about anybody you're dating, they're gonna feel that energy, first of all. Like, that's just what it is. Like, men and women, we feel the energy a little too close. They're gonna be like, who is that? How you know him? You know? And I know me as a woman, I could feel the same thing. Like, I'd be like, who is she? Oh,
Yep.
okay.
You
Where y'all
feel
met?
it, like you said, you definitely feel it.
You can feel that tension. You feel like Drake said, it's like that friend hug that you gotta give when you see somebody that you used to mess with. It's like, we know what it is. You know what I'm saying? But we ain't gonna talk about it. So yeah, no, I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't want it to be awkward for who I'm with or who they're with, like, because I don't care. I mean, especially I don't care who they're with. So
No, I feel you on that.
but I did want to, you know, every month I typically read my Susan Miller horoscopes. I like her horoscopes. I think she's pretty accurate sometimes and just like on point. She gives you a lot of really good details. Um, and so I just wanted to read something for the Geminis that she gave us, right? This is a general reading. I'm not really a reader. I'm just reading it off of my phone, guys. Okay. It says, this is about career. So this says, if you feel passionate about pushing your career in a new direction, you can take small or large steps now towards your goal. You need a plan, and being the intellectual, analytical creature that you are most capable of creating one. How do you know if you are doing the work meant for you? If you wake up in the morning and can't wait to get started each day, you know for sure you are on the right path. If you dread doing your work, that's a sign that you need to think about some sort of change. So that's just to anyone out there who's feeling a little stuck. Reanalyze yourself, reanalyze what you're doing, and yeah, come back to center, because it's like that. I know sometimes I get my days, we're not always going to feel 100% at anything that we're doing. So some days I have when I'm like, dang, I don't want to do nothing today. But then there are days I'm like, I'm so excited to get this done because I can't wait for people to see it. or for people to experience it, whatever that is for you. Um, so yeah, all you Geminis, continue to be charismatic and continue to be charming. Continue to flirt if you want to flirt, okay? Because a little flirting doesn't hurt anybody. Okay. Okay. Um, you know, continue to be the intellectual that you are and the witty, you know, insanely cute person that you are. Because I know you're cute out there, all of you. Because we continue to rise above all the negativity as the twins. We have such a duality that people never understand us, right? People tend to be scared of us. I remember I was talking to a guy one day and he was like, "Ooh, you're a Gemini." And I can tell you guys one thing, when people say that, I naturally am not turned on, let me tell you. It's like, don't say that. It To me, it makes me feel like I have to be defensive now. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I don't want to be. So if you tell me that your sign is a Pisces, I'm probably gonna say, "Ooh, stay away from me." But I do my best to not do that because I don't want to offend you. So do me a favor and don't offend me and my fellow Geminis by saying, "Oh, I hear you're two-faced," and be like, "Bitch, no, I'll say it in front of your face." Yeah, like I'll be like, "No, I'll actually say it in front of your face." What do you want to know?
Yeah, I don't like that one. Yeah. When they say, "Oh, you're a Gemini," I kind of laugh. I'm like,
yeah, but it makes you naturally defensive. Like, why would you want to communicate with somebody who's making you defensive? Like, to me, I immediately am like, okay. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, say something nice. Like, be like, "Oh, you're a Gemini. That's cool." Like, I don't know. Say something like, "I hear Tupac's a Gemini." Me too. I heard that. Right. So it's like, I don't know. Just say something positive. Like, come on. Some of your favorite people are Geminis. Like, you guys just like to complain. You guys are freaking terrified of us. If a Gemini hurts you, I apologize for them. But I will say that we all get hurt and it's okay, right? Like, we all get hurt. I've been hurt by a Capricorn. I've been hurt by a Pisces. I've been hurt by come on. The list can go on and on, guys. Like, let's keep it real here, okay? Let's not get too much in our feelings.
Very straightforward, and that is very true. So you can't live in that. You can't live in that every sign is like this. You gotta go out there and see what's cooking.
Exactly. Is there anything else that we're leaving off on Geminis? I know you guys are probably so tired. You guys probably halfway logged off of this episode, but you know what? Chill out. Listen, tune in. We're here. We're talking to you. If it's highly requested enough, we will do it. And we will talk about even the good parts. We'll even talk good about Pisces, Cancer, and Aquarius. I promise we will. Okay. Because there are good things about you guys, great attributes that you guys have. But just not for this episode. So moving forward, we would like to thank you. I would like to say, again, if you guys want to send happy birthday shout outs, if you want to send cash app, hit your girls. It's at High Thoughts Podcast. You can send it directly to me if you want, you know what I'm saying? Because, May 27th, holla at your bitch. You know what I'm saying? It's Cash App sign, Leah, Leah, Hanchard. Spell it Hanchard. Just putting it out there. Who knows? If I get $5, if I get 20, if I get 200, who knows? I'm excited to see. Surprise me, as they say. Surprise me.
Send the bag, baby, because we love gifts, okay? And last year was stressful. So this year we're trying to make up for the crazy shit that went on last year. So yeah, send the love, send the coin. We accept it all.
Exactly, we do. Even Bitcoin, we accept all the crypto coins. If you want to send whatever you got, what is it, Dogecoin, whatever they're into. If you want to send a coin, go ahead, we're open. But thank you guys. Thank you guys for tuning in. Another lovely episode of High Thoughts. We thank you guys. And keep it playa, all you Geminis. You know what I'm saying? Stay cool out there. Don't let them stress you out. You know what I'm saying? It's your season. It's our season. Fuck is they talking about? Fuck is they talking about?
Seriously, what the fuck we talking about, Leah?
Yeah, let me get out of y'all's ears because I know that y'all tired of hearing me. Okay. Peace out, y'all. It's Gemini season. We going up. Ah!